Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a quick hunt for hidden gems. So in this episode, we always go hunting for those small market cap hidden gems that have large potential. So first we do we just go to coingecko.com. We go down to the bottom. If you guys want to do this with me, you definitely can. We go to about page 5. We go down a little bit more. We go to about page 9 because that's the page we are currently on in this episode. We continue to go farther and farther down each episode until we get through all 6,600 coins. So we'll see how this all plays out. Obviously, we won't go and click on every single coin in each page. However, we will do as many coins as possible that we see that have some potential in their price charts here on the right, or have a decent volume as well and a decent price point as well. So there's a couple different things we're going to be looking for. Specifically, I'm going to be taking a look at this 7-day price chart here on the right. Gives me a quick overview of what we're looking at and maybe a decent idea of the potential behind the coin before even jumping into the coin itself. So without further ado, the first one we're going to take a look at is Cambria, or CAT. So let's go to Cambria.io, but before we do that, let's go take a look, and let's take a look at the 30 days. So the last 30 days, we do see a pretty good price chart. We're seeing a kind of a stabilization right around that 0.012, 0.013. And because of that, we're seeing a very good buy-in spot right now. I think this is a very good entry point. Obviously, with being this low of volume, you can only say that so often. There's going to be a lot of risk involved in any of these coins. That's why I want to make sure you guys know I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never give financial advice. So always do your own research. However, without further ado, we do see the KuCoin and Uniswap are both available to purchase Cambria. That is a very big deal. Obviously, a lot of people love KuCoin over Uniswap because of the large fees, unfortunately, that Uniswap provides. So let's take a look at Cambria and really see what this is all about. So Foundations of Machine Learning, Cambria Education. I'm not sure what they're going for there. I would assume education, education. But let's continue on. Cambria Online Quiz. Let's go back over there. Cambria Online Quiz. So they have quizzes. Join this quiz. Reward system for turn your contributions into rewards. Okay, so let's go down a little bit and try to actually learn what this is actually about, because we don't have too much of a clue yet. So accelerating open innovation ecosystem. So Cambria first. This is actually going to give us, a bit of an informational point of what this actually is. So Cambria is the first decentralized open innovation platform for AI and robotics. Using our platform, anyone can collaborate in researching, developing, and commercializing innovative ideas and getting rewarded fairly for their contributions. Through partnerships with government agencies, top universities, and leading companies, Cambria is dedicated to building a sustainable, open innovation ecosystem to change the way we innovate and accelerate advanced technology development and industry adoption. So it's a cool idea behind it. I actually do like the website and how it's laid out. But let's take a look at a few things. So the first thing we like to do to find out if this is even worth looking farther into is we go to one of their social medias and we see if they're still active on that social media. So April 5th is their last tweet. It looks like that's actually a pinned tweet. So their last tweet is that 21 hours ago. Cambria is calling for all Cambrians who are passionate for community sharing and building to join us in Cambria Ambassador Program. So this is pretty cool. You are seeing that there is potential behind this because they are continuing to tweet pretty consistently. If we scroll down a little bit, we're seeing a lot of recent tweets. So Cambria is looking definitely like one of those coins that does have some potential behind it. Do I think this is going to be our 100x? No, I don't think this is a 100x project, unfortunately. It's cool. I think there's potential behind it. I definitely think there could be an increase, but just based on the idea alone, I don't think this idea is one that could make its way to I guess it wouldn't be a 100x in my opinion. This could easily make its way to about a 10 to 15x. But if you're looking for that hidden gem, low cap gem that is going to make its way all the way to the top, this is not going to be the one, unfortunately, in my opinion. Remember, this is my opinion. Cambria does look like a solid project for sure. It's definitely not me trying to bash it. I think there's a lot of potential behind it. And even if you take a look at these last 30 days, 14 days, 7 days, and 20 days or 24 hours, you're seeing massive increases. So you understand that there is a lot of potential behind this. And when I say it's not a 100x, that doesn't mean it's not worth investing in. Obviously, you see this price chart. You see that it's consistently increasing over time. And because of that, I think this is definitely something to look more into, but we are specifically looking for those 100x hidden gems. So we will continue on. But like I said, definitely take a look at Cambria if it's something you are interested in. The AI and robotics, the vision behind that, obviously utility behind that could be huge. So I do think that is something to take a look at farther in the future and see if maybe I was wrong. I do think that is a as close as a hidden gem you're going to get without calling it a hidden gem. So we will continue on. We'll see what else we can find. As I look through some of these price charts, obviously some are better than others. A lot of red on some of these that are just straight decreases. We're not going to be jumping in on anything that just looks like it's tanked in the last 7 days. However, we're going to take a look at some of these that do look like they have some potential with a a lot of green with a recent dip is what we're really looking for. So Smart Mesh is definitely one of those. So let's take a look at what Smart Mesh is. So the one good thing about the last project we looked at, it was on KuCoin and Uniswap, making it a very readily available coin. This one is on Gate.io. I do think that last one, like I said, could definitely be a hidden gem. It was our first coin of the day, so I was probably a little bit more aggressive towards saying no than I usually would be. So I think that one before could definitely be something to take a look into. But let's look at Smart Mesh now. So Smart Mesh, let's take a look at the actual website itself as well as the price chart in the last 30 days. We do see a lot of randomness kind of in this price chart, which is not really what you want, but for the most part, it has increased over time. As long as you're not buying on one of these massive increases, you should be fine. You're going to be buying at a decent entry point. But like I said, we do see some good increases in the last 24 hours all the way up to a year. Really just solid increases over time, nothing special or nothing crazy. Because of that, we could easily have a big breakout month coming. So we build a mesh network protocol and micropayments in tokens, so you will be rewarded for sharing your smartphone to build a global mesh. Mesh network, a network infrastructure with each device acting as a data relay. Data packets hop through the best path to reach the intended destination. Smart Mesh network is robust, private, and resilient. So let's take a look at the website itself. So this is actually pretty cool. The website kind of connects your mouse to the, if you guys can see what's really happening there, it's kind of interesting. So Smart Mesh opens up a world parallel to the internet. These networks are safer, faster, and more convenient than standard internet connections, allowing off-internet payments, transactions, and communications. So what is Smart Mesh? Smart Mesh is a blockchain-based underlying protocol of the Internet of Things. Smart Mesh has built-in blockchain light nodes and extends the Raiden and Lightning networks' second-layer architecture. Geez, I can't talk today. Network protocols allowing internet-free digital payments and transactions. So let's actually do our quick check that we always do. Let's go to the bottom of the page, go to Twitter, and make sure that they are active. If they are active, we can continue to research more into it. So they did recently retweet April 3rd, it looks like. So they would be considered active just based on that. You could also go to their news and see if there's any recent news that is, something that stands out a little bit. Smart Mesh biweekly report does definitely look like they have been, fairly well. Join us on Telegram. They also have a Telegram pop-up. But it does look like they are fairly active. However, we did not get our biweekly report on the last 2 weeks, which I don't love that. As well as no comments on any of these news or articles. So that, usually I would consider this a red flag. I do like the idea behind Smart Mesh, so unfortunately I am going to consider that a red flag, and we're just going to jump out right away. Remember, guys, I am being very, very picky going through these because, there is 6,000 something tokens, so not every single one is going to be a hidden gem. So you want to make sure you're jumping into one that really does look like it has a lot of potential. And usually no comments on a news article like that is not going to be a big deal. However, combined with the idea of it's not having a bi-weekly for the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that's not going to be good news for us. So we continue down a little bit, looking for a good price chart. I think this YF link we've actually taken a look at before, so we won't be doing that today in today's video. As we continue on, release is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at release or REL and see what this one all has to offer. So if we scroll down a little bit, we do see that there is some massive increases in the last year alone, 13,000%, which obviously somebody's making a lot of money on that. If we go to the last 90 days, we do see a massive increase just recently. A fairly large increase. If we go to the last 30 or maybe last 14 days, it'll be easier for us to get there. So that 0.00028, really a steady increase over time as well, besides this large whatever this was. I don't know what really occurred on this coin, obviously, but something occurred here, and after that, we had a very gradual increase into another maybe potential whatever this was, continuing to happen over here. So let's take a look at where it's all available. So it looks like Coinsbit and Uniswap. So obviously, Uniswap being the most known and readily available way to buy some of these coins. Let's take a look at their website and see what it's all about. So the release project, transforming global agriculture, and fishery logistics, where the information reliable evaluation will greatly change the future of SNS. Okay, so it does look like they do deal with Hotbit as well. The coin market cap is CoinGecko, obviously. So let's go Uniswap. They do have release on Uniswap. Let's go to their Twitter right away. Check the old social media. Make sure they are recent. They do definitely have a recent. It looks like maybe just recently they were announced on Uniswap, and maybe that's why we're seeing this massive increase. That'd make a lot of sense. Let's take a look at the last 24 hours. We do see that massive increase kind of jumping down. Let's take a look at the last 7 days, though. So it does look like I would assume that Uniswap had something to do with this increase and then a dip. A lot more people probably jumping on. Obviously, the 24-hour trading volume being what it is, I wouldn't say a lot more people jumped on, but we saw obviously some people most likely jump onto this project with the Uniswap drop. Just based on what I'm hearing here, I don't think this is going to be our 100x. Unfortunately, I don't love the website either. Looks pretty junky. We go to the roadmap. Let's take a look at this. This could definitely turn things around for us. So they do have a date all the way back to 2018, and they have it going all the way to 2021. And the very end of 2021 at the very least. So that is a good sign. But based on just what I've seen so far, I'm not a big fan of what I'm looking at. So because of that, we're going to jump off of a release and head on to the next one. Now we have a couple of decent options there, but we've already looked at most of those. I don't like any of those as well. We're going to page 10. Let's see if we can find any very low market cap. As we're starting to get lower and lower, we're going to really find our way to those 1000x hidden cap, low market cap gems. So if the lower pages we go, actually the better for most of us, as we are looking for those risky coins that really have potential for high payouts and high rewards. So here we see PumaPay, PMA. 0.0005 on CoinGecko right now, it's saying. So let's take a look at really what PumaPay is. So it looks like it's on OK or OKE. So let's read. PumaPay is a comprehensive billing protocol that combines the best of traditional payment methods, credit cards, with blockchain-based solutions. Enables a more frequent use of cryptocurrencies in online and offline outlets. We offer a free of charge blockchain-based protocol that decentralizes a whole layer of transaction processing services and supersedes traditional and current blockchain-based billing methodologies. I can't understand that word. Methodologies. There we go. So let's take a look at the actual PumaPay.io, and let's see if this is something that maybe we want to look more into. First ever comprehensive crypto payment solution for businesses. Okay, so I like the website. It does look like it gives you quite a bit of information. Start accepting crypto today. So they are all about trying to get people into crypto and start accepting crypto as payment. If we go down to the very bottom, it does look like as well you can only the only crypto wallet you ever need, they do have it available for download as well. The most recent news being March 11th, 2021, the crypto market is gaining momentum. So it's not even really about their coin specifically, I wouldn't say. So hopefully we can find a social media for them, as we do at the very bottom like usual. Let's check their Twitter out, see if they are up to date. So February 10th being their last one, it does look like they only tweet about once a month. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of that, and because of that, I'm going to be jumping out of PumaPay. It may be too early yet for this company, but it did look like it had potential. So if you guys are not too worried about the social media and you want to take a farther look into this one, there could still be a lot of potential behind something like PumaPay. So let's take a look at one more coin. Obviously, the first coin we looked at so far is definitely a big winner. But if we can try to find one more coin that maybe has some potential behind it. Let's continue down a little bit more. I'm not a big fan of some of these price charts. Obviously, the price charts only mean so much when there's this low of a market cap as well as 24-hour volume. But, you would like to see something at least fairly decent. So here's one. It's kind of an interesting price chart. So I wouldn't say it's a great one to look at, but if we look at the last 30 days, we did see a gradual stabilization at the very least, going into a large increase into another stabilization. Hopefully not a dip, but we'll see what happens. But it is right around that 12-cent mark. We do see Wings as one of those potential hidden gems. And let's go down to the bottom. It does look like CoinX is where you can buy it, as well as Bittrex. We do see at the bottom, Wings combines several concepts ranging from attention rewards, forecasting markets, smart contracts, governance models, and federated funds security. The platform places an emphasis on encouraging the Wings community to identify and promote high-value proposals that may have a chance of positive financial returns. So it's a very interesting concept already. I'm not too for sure what we're looking at. So they have different projects, it looks like. They have forecasters. Okay, so wow, this is very interesting. So they evaluate projects based on the community, which could be very interesting as well. I think this is a very cool concept. I wouldn't say this is going to be our hidden gem by any means, but this is definitely something to look more into. I would like to do more research on that before really shooting it down. So I won't say too much about Wings. That has a little bit more research to do than I would like to do right now on this short video. So, Wings could potentially be something as well. So I know I did say one more coin, but let's take a look at this one, RMT or Sure Remit. This one looked actually like a pretty good price chart, and we're seeing just positives across the board. Obviously, with something like this low volume, you can never just fully trust that. It does look like Bitmart is the only place to really buy it, which could definitely be a red flag already. I'm going to be jumping out of RMT. Unfortunately, I'm just not seeing a very big potential behind something like that. I do want to go to the previous page and take a look at the one I hated on a little bit more. I think it was page 8 or page 9. I think was it Cambria? Let's go to Cambria. I think it was Cambria that we talked about. No, it was not Cambria. Cambria was the other one that we didn't really like too much. Let's continue down through here a little bit and see if we can find something else to take a look at in the meantime, because there is going to be a couple that I did want to take a look at. I was looking through these pages earlier, and I did see some very good potential in some of these coins, and we will see them in we will see them in future episodes, if not today, but just a lot of potential in a lot of these coins. So you really should be taking a look at these low cap gems, seeing if you can find anything worthwhile. Like I said, Upbots is one we've taken a look at. I thought Upbots looked decent. There's just a lot, like I said, a lot of coins in here that are pretty decent options to take a look at and really make sure you understand what their their vision is, and make sure they're still up to date with their recent news and social media, to make sure you're not buying a dead coin that has no potential behind it. I think it was on page 9 that we actually saw a lot of potential. So we'll go through here just one more time, see if we can find anything that really points out to us a little bit, or shoots out to us a little bit. Just a lot out here, like I said. There is always potential, even in some of these that have red in the last 7 days. It doesn't mean they're necessarily bad coins to invest in. It's just going to mean that you're getting in at a very good entry point. However, you got to make sure that it's something that's going to it's going to increase over time. It's not something that's going to completely die, and you're going to lose all your money, unfortunately. So I'm not seeing anything too special that stands out to me, so we will be taking a look at Silo, because Silo is one that I think I've heard from a couple people before. We are seeing a 0.0072 on it. So Silo.io. Let's take a look at the actual website as well as we go to the 30-day span. We are seeing a fairly good price chart just now, seeing a very good entry point at that 0.007. If we go down, we do see it available on KuCoin and Uniswap, which is very, very solid as well. So Silo, technology for an advancing world, apps, infrastructure, tools for deploying, managing, and using smart money. Learn more about the Silo network. Okay, so I do like what we have already. If we go to the Twitter, though, we are seeing... Okay, so 1 hour ago they retweeted. So we're seeing a lot of potential behind this. Moonstake partners with Silo. Yeah, I mean, a lot of tweets, a lot of interaction as well, I believe. Let's see what we saw here. So 338 votes. That's not amazing, obviously, but for a startup coin company with only this has got 17.9K followers as well. So this could be something here. I think there's behind the smart money. Let's see what this is all about though first. We have a brief overview, but Give Money Superpowers, the end-to-end smart money solution for governments, businesses, and consumers. Smart money is money with rules. Smart money lets you define who, where, and when, and how money can be spent, and everything in between. Perfect for government stimulus, event money, your business, sports franchises, and global brands. Okay, so who uses smart money? They talk more about the government spending, global brands, sport franchises, event money, your business, and charities. So I think this could be a ballpark, a home run try here. I think this, does have a lot of potential behind it. If it gets any of these, honestly, any of these sports franchises, charities, or government spending, or global brands, I mean, you're going to see massive, massive increases in this coin alone. I'm not going to say necessarily it's going to happen or not, because obviously it's too early to tell. But with something like Silo, you are shooting your shot here. We're seeing less than a penny per coin, so you're really not risking too much. Obviously, don't put too much in that you can't afford to lose, but we are seeing it also available on KuCoin, and because it's available on KuCoin, you're seeing a very decent way of buying it. And because of that, I think a lot of people over time will adopt, and pick up something like Silo. I don't think they're going to be afraid to pick it up because they're not going to be paying, those major fees that you get on Uniswap. So because it's on Uniswap and KuCoin, both very major exchanges, we are going to see Silo being as very, very high potential for increases over the next couple of weeks or even months. Silo definitely could be our hidden gem. Like I said, if it partners up with any big companies, any big government, obviously, we could see a lot of work being had by Silo. So like I said, you're going to have to read more into what Silo is and really what they're trying to accomplish. But, it does look like this could be our potential hidden gem. So let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with Silo being our hidden gem of today, or do you think it was the first coin we looked at? Obviously, I did like that first coin. I can't remember the exact name of the first coin. I will have to take a look at the video myself. But, there was a lot of potential in this today. So I think, Silo and the first coin we take a look at, we will take a look at these in the near future so we can see, did we make the right calls or did we not? I think it'll be very interesting. And, about 2 to 3 months, we may do a series on checking up on our hidden gem calls and maybe reviewing whether or not we did well or not. So I think, like I said, a lot of potential behind Silo. So let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on to be notified every time I make a new video. Thank you guys. I'll see you all in the next one.